Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense takes the field. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Looking to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russell. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Campbell. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys who are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Third and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have the talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Back to throw, it's Wegman. Lets it fly. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, just keeps firing. Using his feet to buy time. He's got it inside the 15. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. On the move, it's Bennett. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches. And so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. He wants to throw. Coming after him. That's caught. It's Russell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on second and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to fire on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun. Wants to pass. He finds his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Campbell. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Wegman trying to get to him. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I know, everyone's yelling. You didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting it free.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. They'll run play action. Looking deep down the right side. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Aggies! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play.
And now the ball is knocked free. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one. Because of that singular instance. Can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires to the right. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to slam in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a goal.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but nope.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
He'll bring it out. It's Campbell. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Buying some time. He'll fire to his right. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Got room on the return. Delivers the contact.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception. Fires to the right.
Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, drop.
He's loose down the middle. He's at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping. To his progressions, nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Gamecocks get enough for the first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The Gamecocks in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Bennett. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to throw on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Got enough for the first down. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know you're going to make some plays for.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Wants to throw on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that play just took way too long to develop for the offense. You've got a free safety who's not even blitzing, and he gets the sack. That play's not designed for the QB to hold on to the ball that long.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
The give to the tailback. Texas A&M going quickly. To the air, it's Wegman. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Trying to find his man on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Aggies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas A&M, 28, South Carolina.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to the toss. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Gamecocks will hustle through the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Fires to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. 1st down here for the offense. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows. He's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Still on his feet. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for you.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
Personal foul. I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Motion from the offense. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to pass, it's Wegman. He turns that loose down the right side. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They've got the screen set up. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th.
Here comes the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Texas A&M 42. South Carolina.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
Third down coming up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He caught it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Boise State sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Boise. That's how much they took the crowd out of it.
They're going to open this drive with a pass.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're trying. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense takes matters into their own hands. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6.
Texas A&M 56. South Carolina.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return, it's Campbell. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was...